Michael, are they ready? Omeda Studios ready to launch Predecessor on August 20th. 1.0 launch is here. Predecessor, the successor to Paragon, thanks to Omeda Studios, who picked up the pieces after Epic Games title had fallen. That's right. It was a game called Predecessor before, but now Paragon before, and now it is called Predecessor. Epic Games put out the assets. Dude, I'm already going off script. This is how I work. I just know the background, man. I just know it so well, right? I've been there from the beginning. I was a Paragon guy, played it. Epic Games said, nope, we're going to scrap it. They put out the assets. Omeda swept in, and here we go. This is where we're at, right? So it's hopefully going to be here for a long time. They're building up the future, and that's what it's going, right? Launching into version 1.0 on August 20th will be the largest step Omeda will take in creating the game that Epic Games couldn't. Predecessor has been in early access since December 1st of 2022, and to that, it was an early buy-in, early access model, which has then since been changed over to free-to-play, coming on to PlayStation in 2023, and now Xbox through the Xbox Game Program, Preview Program in 2024. In a blog post on the Predecessor's website, we get a better understanding of what's coming in version 1.0. There are two main reasons. One, Gamescom is around the corner. This is what I took from it, right? I know they have other reasons, but dude, I'm telling you straight up, this is one of the main reasons. Gamescom. Omeda Studios is looking to launch its big marketing campaign to get more eyes on the game. Straight up. That's what their main focus is going to be. And it's going to help because they're bringing that announcement and big reveal to Jeff Keighley's Open Night Live on Gamescom. That's where they're going, right? So look for a new trailer, more tidbits, and if you're at Gamescom, you can actually get hands-on with the game as well, which is pretty cool. The second reason, Omeda wants out of Xbox Game Preview Program, which will allow the game to be fully showcased along the Xbox Store. So hopefully, and theoretically, this should get more eyes on the game again, right? This is to allow them to set up in a different category and not just be under the tag of Xbox Game Preview Program. So here's what we get with the launch of 1.0. There's been a heavy focus and a shift to new players. Dude, MOBAs straight up are daunting to get into, and Omeda sees that. I think that's the biggest thing moving forward. Omeda sees this, and they're looking to then change that and help introduce the new players. So there's been a heavy focus on getting new players into the game and helping them understand the game, so it's not as terrifying as most MOBAs when you're trying to learn them. Omeda says, here's what we're going to do. We want you to understand which role you should choose, what hero best matches your play style, what lane is right for you, and what ability should you level up first. They've redesigned the draft screen, showing lanes and what heroes play into those lanes. Auto crest and auto level have been added as well to the auto buy system. This will help new visuals with the showcase all players' automations to make the decisions being taken by the player's behalf to understand for newcomers. Basically what happens is everything pops up, the auto store will pop, it'll buy stuff for you, it'll auto pick your crest, it will auto level you up and pick different things. And they want to basically allow that to happen for new players, but understand what's being picked and why it's being picked. That's the basis of new players. For people like myself, who's been around since the beginning, what do we get? Well, there's been a couple things that we've been asking for, definitely, right? Purchasing hero affinity. So they have like this, I wouldn't even call it like a battle pass. It's more of just a system of rewards that you can get into, but you currently had to buy into that program with real currency. They've introduced these in-game currency called embers. So now we're allowed to get into that infinity, and it's some certain bundles they're actually going to showcase as well when it comes to players or heroes and skins and things like this that will allow us to spend those embers on and get into other access stuff. We've always wanted more for this ember system, right? And Robbie over there at Omeda Studios has stated, we are working on more things, but it's a matter of getting out of early access and getting down the pipeline of what's to come. There's also a bunch of other things too. They've removed all vertical boundaries across the map, opening up complex with new opportunities for certain heroes to play like never before. Aurora was shown using her glacial charge, which allows her to shoot up, and she literally shot up out of the jungle, over top the wall, and into the lane. I was like, oh man, that is a bit of a game changer, right? The only one who could really hop around, there's two of them, actually. Kalari, she could jump and then hop over certain parts of it, but certain areas were like walled off. And then on top of that, there was Muriel, who her ult will kind of jump and teleport from one side of the map to the other to help heal. So that's kind of one of the newer changes. Here's a bunch of lists of other things too. A new legacy hero. So we're getting another hero introduced to the game that we've seen from Paragon days. So we'll see who that is. Jinx is kind of one that kind of comes to mind. I know it's been heard that Robbie doesn't like Wukong, who was previously a part of it, so I don't think we'll see him, but we'll see how that goes. Tutorial improvements, voiceover for communication pings, total rework of map foliage. Again, they've already done this once before. Visual, lighting, and reflection improvements. That's something they've worked on coming from Unreal Engine 4 into Unreal Engine 5, so that's how to rework already. Better assist indication, new loading screens, new post-match screens, new post-match player reporting options, system messages in chat, bounties, objectives, timers, things like that. Twitch drops, code redemption, which is cool, Xbox achievements, and localization on Xbox. Michael, a lot to take in there, dude, with 1.0.
Yeah, a lot of things coming. This is a game that you've been on forever. You got me into it. I've absolutely enjoyed the game. Definitely looking forward to this 1.0. I can say as someone who's played a lot of MOBAs, but as you mentioned, every time you get to a new MOBA, there's a big daunting task. The auto buy system, absolutely love that. I love the fact that I could hop in and didn't have to worry about like, what does this item do? What does this item do? It's just gonna appear in my inventory. So I like the fact that they understand MOBA's got a lot going on, and when you're joining a MOBA, you don't really want to have to focus on what do I buy? What do I need to level? I just want to have it done for me so I can enjoy playing the game. So I'm definitely excited for this game. You've got me on the hype train. I absolutely been loving it. Now a big 1.0 release. Hopefully should bring more players in. Hopefully should build that community, which is just going to make the game better and better. More new players come in. Allows you to play against more new players. So you're not getting absolutely rolled by some guy with thousands of hours. No offense, true. But, you know, I absolutely love the game. I can't wait. I can't wait to see this game. I hope this game pops off because absolutely love it. It's my new favorite MOBA after you got me involved in it.
Oh, well, first of all, you're welcome. Second of all, dude, it is definitely my MOBA, right? I always watch Dota and I've always watched League from a distance. I'm like, nah, man, that's just not for me. This whole change up in perspective going to third person, it feels like a third person shooter, and it's a MOBA. And I thought, well, we'll see if the two can mix. And then sure enough, it just clicks. Dude, it just clicks for me, right? It feels like the way I was hoping it would. And it just seems to work. There's definitely always some kinks when you put out a new patch and something that doesn't quite work, or you get a new hero introduced and like, oh, they're overpowered. Not really, they're just brand new. So you got to learn how to use them and then learn how to get on the defensive side of it too, right? So a bunch of things to learn. I never feel, it's funny because as many hours I have into the game, it never feels like the same game. I think that's the most exciting part for me. Yeah, it's another round of Predecessor, but you never know what's going to happen, how it's going to play out, what role are you going to pick, who the character you're going to use. There's just so many things. Hopefully this does take off for Omeda and the team over there. I think they've done an excellent job building towards this. We'll see what the future holds, but it looks pretty bright over here. Let us know. Have you checked out Predecessor? Hit us up, itgtv.com.